Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new series I like to call the Arrangement Graveyard. What this is basically you see all the arrangements I record and post to my social medias, post to YouTube, all that, but y'all don't ever get to see those arrangements that I spend time on, but end up saying, this doesn't seem like it's gonna work, or maybe another time, and I sit it to the side for who knows how long. This series is gonna cover those pieces that you probably would never see otherwise. And this is the first one we're starting with, on bended knee. So to get started, this is an old arrangement. Like, this is super old. So I would literally just be restarting it if I worked on it again. On here, it has a cool thing where you can actually check when you created the file. And as you can see, I created this November 8th, 2017. And unless you've been living under a rock the last few years, it's 2023 right now. So it's been a while. But you can also tell this is an old arrangement just by how it looks. Like, nowadays I use two euphonium parts, one treble, one bass clef. This one only has the bass clef. In my newer arrangements, I try to have a first, second, and third trombone part in here, and a first, second, and third trumpet part. As you can see, they're very, very thin. And when you listen back to it, it sounds thin, like it's missing something, because it needs a little bit more chord structure to, strengthen the song. And this is also back in the era where I put my full government name in the top right hand corner. Nowadays, I just do E gamage. So why is this song in the graveyard? Well, if I think back to working on this song plenty of times, nothing really quite meshed. Like, the beginning sounds nice to me. Like, I can get behind the beginning, but it feels like it's missing something. And then once we get further in the song, it just feels more and more lacking. I think that's the best word to describe it. It felt like it was lacking something. It wasn't quite meshed together. And when I post my arrangements, I want it to be the best quality I could possibly make it, or at least there's only a few minor tweaks I might want to do later on, and then I'll post it. If it's something that's like, I think it's pretty bad, or I'm not really grooving with it, you guys aren't going to see it. Until now, because this series is going to really bring a lot of that to light. Another thing is, it's probably I was a little bit inexperienced at the time. I mean, I've been arranging since 2014, and 2017 is like, 3 years later, roughly. But still, I was young. I didn't go through a few college courses, go through all my music theories, go through all my form and analysis and all that. It was just my high school knowledge, and I didn't really take too much musical knowledge in high school, because that really wasn't what I thought I was going to base my career in. And another thing is, with this song in particular, there's a lot of different parts. There's chords in the melody. There's a rich bass line. It's just like, I felt like I didn't have enough instruments for the amount of parts that were being covered. So I was doubling in parts in certain areas that shouldn't have been doubled. There's a certain section right here in the trombone. I actually used the first part and the second part to give the trombone a really low part. And I really don't arrange trombone down this low. Again, especially for marching band, I don't arrange trombone for this low in my modern arrangements, if you look. And then the real kicker that made me say, hey, we're gonna have to just bench this one, and if we go down the line saying, hey, we want to give it another try, we'll do it, is a couple of years later. I want to say I think it was 2019. It was 2019 or maybe early 2020. We played this at the Honda Battle of the Bands in Atlanta. And I remember when my band director passed out the sheet music, I was like, man, I was just working on this song. And now I can't really work on it, because now I got to learn how to play a different arrangement of it. And that's kind of like a conflict of interest. If you're playing one arrangement and then you're trying to make your own, it's too messy. So what are my odds at reviving this arrangement. Well, it's a 5.2 out of 10. It's really a coin flip with a slight edge on doing it, because I have been listening to it lately and it's not the worst. I can save it. I can make it sound good. I can make it really, really good. I know it. And I know folks will love it, because folks eat this song up. Folks eat any of their songs up. It's like they are so good at what they do. So folks would really enjoy this one. That's point blank period. But the thing is, I don't want people to make comparisons and be like, oh, well, you took this from when we played it. Or, oh, well, when we played it, it was a better arrangement. You should have did this. You should have did that. People tend to have a lot more to talk about when they've actually played the songs that I've arranged. So it's really making it not that appealing to me. But overall, I'm like, this is a good song, just wrong time. But anyway, let me go ahead and let you guys listen to it, and you tell me what you think. Should it come back, or should it just stay in the graveyard where it belongs?